Welcome guys to the best attacking formation on FIFA 18 right now, and as you can see it's the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I'm going to be discussing player instructions, custom tactics, work rates, and just general what is good about this formation and obviously the disadvantages. We're going to crack on with the advantages. Obviously it's a very narrow formation. You've got basically 4 central midfielders, 2 centre mids, a CDM and a cam, and this is obviously ideally used for people who want to narrow their play. They want to play quick tiki-taka in the midfield, 1-2 passes. They want to be very aggressive in their play, so trying to win the ball back as quickly as possible. And obviously the disadvantages of this formation is the wide play. So it's very important that these 2 centre mids, the right centre mid and the left centre mid, have got good work rates. And what do I mean by good work rates? I mean someone who's got high, someone who's going to support Ronaldo, but someone who's going to support my Vieira and someone who's going to support my 2 fullbacks. And I'm currently averaging around about 36 wins on Weekend League. My 2 new upgrades for this squad are Vieira and Luis Suarez, so hopefully that will push me into the top 100. But anyway, that's off subject. Central attacking mid. We're going to go into player instructions right now. So the first one are the 2 strikers. So the 2 strikers I have on getting behind and press back line. And the reason why I have this is because if I have the 2 strikers pressing their defensive line, especially for my cam, which is Gareth Bale, that creates more space for Gareth Bale. So sometimes I'm in a situation where Suarez and Ronaldo are making runs, but Gareth Bale's got about 10 or 15 yards of space where I can carry the ball to maybe have a shot, or I carry the ball with Bale, one of their defenders come to close me down, and then I can play a through ball to Ronaldo. So on the central attacking midfielder, I have stay forward. Sometimes I like my positional freedom to free roam, because depending on the opposition, for example, if the opposition is playing a 4-2-3-1 with 2 CDMs, it's very hard for my central attacking midfielder to get into the game. So I get him on free roam, so sometimes he drifts to the right, sometimes he drifts to the left. So obviously that is very important when coming up against different formations. But mainly, most of the time, I just keep it to stick to position. The right centre mid and left centre mid, just keep the same, keep them balanced, but make sure you obviously got players who've got decent overall stats, so maybe like a Pogba and a Kante or a Bakayoko and a Vidal. Good work rates that are going to help support your 3 forward players and obviously support your 2 fullbacks. CDM is probably the most important position on this pitch, and that's because it's almost make and break. If you have a CDM that just runs up the field, then there's going to be times where you've got your 3 attackers, your 2 centre mids and your CDM up the pitch, and they've got 3 attackers for a 3v4 situation at the back, and that obviously could create gaps. So ideally what you want to be doing is changing the attacking support from the CDM to stay back while attacking, and stay back while attacking actually does work this year. So obviously that is good that the instruction actually does work. So I've bought Vieira. I used to have Casemiro, but Vieira is obviously, as you know, is an icon. It's got really good physical stats, and I'm just going to show you the physical stats. Like 89 defending, 89 physical, 86 defending, 81 pace. And the reason why I've gone for Vieira is because of his height, 6'4". He wins absolutely everything. You want someone who's going to bulldoze through those central attacking midfielders. And Vieira, so far, what I've played with him in Division 1, and I'll show you my record and whatnot after this, he's an absolute tank. And therefore, I've got him in CDM. 2 centre-backs. Ideally, you want people who have got strong physicality and just possess great pace. And the 2 centre-backs that I actually use in this team are Bailly and, at the moment, Van Dijk. And you're probably thinking, well, Van Dijk is quite surprising. But just look at those stats. Look at Van Dijk's stats. 73 pace, 83 defending, 85 physical. You stick a shadow card on him, again with 6'4", so he's winning loads of headers. He's about 85, 86 acceleration. Very good card. Again, the fullbacks you can play around with. It depends how expressive you want to be. As I said, this is an attacking formation, so against teams that are playing narrow against me, I will keep these custom tactics. I'll keep these at balanced because I want them to get involved, especially if it's against a narrow formation. But if I'm playing against someone who's playing a wide formation, so with two fullbacks and a left mid and a right mid, or a left attacking mid and a right attacking mid, then I would literally just switch these two to stay back while attacking, because especially when they're creating 2v1 situations, the last thing I want is my two right backs to be running up the pitch, and then it's sort of like they're just bombarding the wing play. So obviously keeping the two fullbacks as stay back while attacking. And we're going to move over now to the custom tactics. Custom tactics is as goes. Speed 60. I play majority through the centre, but depending on the opposition's formation, I do also have that variety with my two fullbacks to get forward. And speed basically just determines how quick you want the passes. Nice, crisp, quick passes. And passing, the lower it is towards the obviously 0, the shorter your players are going to come towards the ball. So the shorter the distance you have to pass. I like to keep it balanced because obviously sometimes I like to play the short passes, but sometimes when the opposition have got a corner, I can hit them on a counter attack, and an RB and a driven pass is obviously very effective to get me up the pitch that little bit quicker to try and score a goal. Positioning, obviously this is the build up play, so this is obviously the defence going forward pretty much. Obviously I'll keep that unorganised. I don't want to change it to free form and have my right back playing in centre mid, my left back playing in centre mid, my centre back running up to try and support the attack. So obviously leave that as organised. Chance creation, I've just got it as 50. Again, I just really want my the centre mids and obviously the cam to sort of interchange and try and support Ronaldo and Suarez whenever they can. So that is that. Crossing, again, I'm not really looking to play via the wings. I don't really want to put many crosses in the box. When I do get in a position where I could cross the ball, I don't really cross the ball. Always try and smash the ball into the box using a driven pass because it's very hard for them to defend. So I've got it around about 35. Shooting, again, the more you put it towards the 100, the more chances you seem to create. That is what I found anyway. So I've got it around about 65. But again, the reason why I've got it 65 and not maybe 80 is because there's times where if you have it too high, and I've experimented, and as you can see with Vieira, he's actually got 3 goals, is that Vieira will sometimes be near the edge of the box, and I don't want Vieira to be on the edge of the box in case I get counter-attacked. So I just left it at 65. And again, positioning free form, the reason why you want the positioning free form is because that is mainly talking about your left centre mid, your right centre mid, your cam and your strikers. So sometimes Bale might drop a little bit deeper into the left centre mid position, and the centre mid might go a little bit wider, or he'll go closer to the 2 strikers. They're basically just interchanging all the time. So that's what the positioning free form is. So keep it at that. Right, the defense, so I want to keep it at 50. The reason why I want to keep it at 50 is because I want to create my own pressure. Sometimes it is good to judge the opponent, see what his weaknesses are in the first 5 minutes. If I've stuck this up at 70 pressure, means I was obviously going to have a higher defensive line. I'm going to try and close down the ball, try and get the ball back as quick as possible. So I've kept it at 50 because I want to sort of see what the game is like, see if my opponent likes to play a lot of 1-2s, and then I'll try and stand off him, and then by then I can try and create my own pressure. Again, aggression, just kept it balanced 50. Because I'm playing a narrow formation, I've kept it at 45. I want to try and close down the centre as much as possible. I don't really want to be on like a 50 or a 60 so that it creates gaps in my midfield. I want to keep it at a 45 and hopefully direct my opposition to go down the wings, because I favour winning tackles and winning the wing battles easier than I would in the centre. So that is it, guys. So obviously 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. The advantages: want to play quick 1-2s, central play. You can be aggressive with this formation because obviously you can overrun them in the midfield. Disadvantages is obviously the wing play. You can obviously change formation mid-game if they're bombarding you down the wings, and if they are, then obviously you can just do a simple player instructions and change them to stay back while attacking. But obviously if you're playing against someone who's got a narrow formation, then it's good to just switch them to a balanced, and hopefully they'll get involved. So guys, that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and if it helped you, please give it a like. If you've got any questions regarding this formation, leave it in the comment section below. If you want to see a formation that is based the best defensive formation, so you're winning 2 or 3-0, you've played this formation, you're winning 2-3-0, you want to keep hold of the lead, let me know and I will do that for you guys. So this is the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. Peace.